Yo, what's good, my people? Hey, a new week means new money, and we gotta get to the paper, you feel me? So before we get into this video, you know I gotta give you a scripture today, all right? We're gonna go with Proverbs 16:3, which says, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established, right? That's simple and plain. I mean, submit everything you do to the Lord, right? Make sure it aligns with his will for your life, right? Submit it to him. Put him first in everything you do. Again, that means when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you need to be doing is reading your Bible. You know what I'm saying? Talking to the Lord, thanking him, right? Go with Thanksgiving first, then go with your requests later, right? Establish him in everything. Put him in everything that you're doing, everything you plan on doing, right? Because you cannot go wrong when he's in there. If you don't, your plans won't be established. If you do, your plans will be established. You know what I'm saying? Because it's on good ground, good foundation. That's what you need. You know what I'm talking about? All right. So yeah, today, man, I want to talk to y'all about some setups that I think will be great this week. Things to look for as well, because again, you already know this month can get a little wild. So we're going to be able to look at what we can get into, what we should stay away from, you know what I'm saying? So that way you will know exactly how to make this paper this week. Now, as a disclaimer, I can't promise you anything. This is not financial advice. All right, I'm about to say this is financial advice. This is not financial advice. This is just something I'm gonna be looking for this week, and something that I think, you know, may work out for you. Trade at your own risk, right? Use proper risk management, you're gonna be all right. So let's get into this video. Yo, all right, so check this out. NZD/USD on the H4, all right, is looking like a play. It could definitely be a great play this week, and I need you to see why. So let me pull up my pen tool right quick, and then we're gonna get to it. Okay, so if you look over here on the H4 right now, okay, we're coming down. Notice where we're getting to. We're getting to some major rejections. Remember, this is the 4 hour right here. Right, so last time we got rejection, we went up a few more than a few hours, but this the main one I'm looking for right here. Again, we could go up between there. I know, again, when the market does open up, we have some type of gap. The gap could open up here, it could open down here. It just really depends. But just keep your eyes on this particular trade, all right, because we're getting into some heavy support areas, right, that you need to be able to capitalize on potentially, right, this week. All right, really anywhere in this area, great buy areas, okay? Great buy areas. Stochastic is already low at the 6, getting down here. So we know this week we got some type of buying activity coming on NZD, all right? So I need y'all to be paying close attention to that. If you need like numbers and price targets, let me go ahead and do that for you as well. I'm just gonna grab my horizontal line. Again, if you want this broker, make sure you sign up in the description below, so I can show you exactly how to use this thing. Because this is the dopest broker out. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's dope. You can do a lot of stuff on here. And it reminds me of the old MT4, MT5. Look just like it, right? With a little upgrade to it. So I'm gonna left click, clone this, bring this down, right? All these areas that all these target, you know, you could do pending orders, which I'll show you how to do that as well. Let me clone a couple more of these joints so I can put them down in each area, right, that you'll be able to look to be able to buy. And I want to show you exactly like how you can maximize the trade, okay? So for instance, on this particular one, these are your price targets here. So 0.58409, 0.58311, 0.58177 and 0.57980. Any one of these is good, or you could do multiple, just depends. All right, so let's say for instance we want to do a pending order, right? Meaning that we're just gonna have our targets here because it is on the 4 hours, so it may take a while to happen. We're gonna have our targets here, and that way if the market hits it, we don't miss it, because maybe you have to work or something like that. So what you do is you come over here to the side, okay, and you got these pending orders. This is the buy, this is the sell, right? It should be on your chart. If not, then you got to go to the settings and then put that on there. All right, I ain't got time to walk through that right now, but just know it's on here. Okay, so this is how you set it. Let's say I want to buy. I hover over my green, like yours might be green and red depending on, you know, your colors. I changed mine, but This one right here, I hover over this line, I put it right here. Let's say I put it here or here. I'm just gonna do this one right here. I put it here, boom, okay? I then set my lot size. Let's say I do $2 lot. My stop loss will go to the next zone, which is this one, or, okay, if you feel like you wanna give it a little room, depending on how much you're willing to lose. Right now, if I put it here, I'll be losing $252, but I feel like that's too small, so I can go a little riskier. I even go below this one. I'm down with losing about $600-700. I ain't even tripping. 722. Let's say I put it right there. All right. So I don't really got to set a take profit unless I want to. If I feel like I'm not gonna be looking, I will set a take profit. But normally my take profit will go at a zone above, right? Any of these zones above. Any of these could be your take profit because the market will go from one zone to the next. Basically, you can judge the move off what's happened before. All right. So for instance, let's say we came down to this one. This line here, we see what this move did, right? So we can expect to have something similar. It may not be exact, or it may be exact. It just depends. We can expect to have some type of big move in this area because of what it did here. So either we're gonna reject here and have 8 to 10 hour of a hold for some good buys, or we're gonna come here and have maybe a day or two, of good buys. So market comes down here, we buy. It automatically opens up because we got the pending order, and then it goes up. So let's say I want to see how much I would make if it got to this first zone. So let's say I go up here to this first zone, I drag my take profit up here. All right, so if the market just went from there to here, I would make $964. That's a good day, right? That's a great day. 48 pips. All right, if I feel like it could go higher based off what it's done before, let's say I want to go here because I see that this move went up here before, then I would make $1,600. Well, let me drag that down a little bit. Yeah, about $1,600. Okay, you can see right here. So I'm looking at this price right here. This is my profit. If the market, opens here and ends up here during the week, then we're good. Notice that we are away from that 20 moving average, so that's definitely possible, right? Stochastic is low. Worst case scenario, this market could just keep going down and hit my stop loss, and it is what it is. I'm out $700. But if it rejects anywhere in here, which I believe it will, and we get a nice profit target, then I should be a good amount, right? Risking $700 to make $1,600. That's beautiful. All right, so that's one play. All right, but one thing I want to stress to you guys real quick is that you need to know what to look for. Again, if you're on any time frame, no matter what, Forex chart, whatever, your stochastic, if your stochastic is low, meaning like at the 6 of the stochastic, that's already telling you that's one confirmation of a buy. Another confirmation is zones. If there's any zones close, meaning areas of rejection or has rejected previously and showed a big move, if that move comes here again, we can expect that same play. All right, even down here, this was a nice move. This right here was a nice move up. So those are the things you should be looking for. Another thing you should be looking for is how far away from the 20 moving average, which is this white one right here, this white moving average, and then how far are we away from this blue one right here, this blue moving average. Okay, so judging by that, even if we did come here, we would be pretty far away from the 20, which means we would still have to come back at least and touch the 20 or get close to it. So you can definitely be able to see some good pips out of that. All right, so that's the first play. All right, I'm gonna go to my favorite GJ, one of my favorite Forex trades. All right, on the H4, if you look, the market has been dropping and it's been dropping beautifully. This week, we can expect some good buys, okay? We have finally rejected and finally came down here into some of these zones that I'm seeing. I see a whole lot of zones to the left. If I look to the left, I see all type of rejection areas that have buy areas. All right, so anywhere in here, any of these this week, buys. I'm telling you right now. So keep your eyes on it, set pending orders. This whole section down here is buy areas. Okay, the whole section. All right, unless you get past this. We still got a little bit down there too, but GJ is known for his nice pullbacks and getting nice rejections and making big moves. All of these moves is big, right? All of these. All of them up moves is nice, even this one. Okay, so we can expect the same thing over and over and over again on GJ. That's why I love it. It's predictable. All right, so he's already down here. Stochastic is already low. Mind you, we're on the H4, okay? So let's just give you a scenario. Let's use a pending order, and let's say I wanted to get about right here. Because, I mean, technically it could go up from here, depending on where the gap is. You see this little gap? It's going to have like a gap when the market open later today. And depending where it decides to go, starting Monday, Tuesday, or whatever, just be on the lookout. But I'm just gonna say right here, let's say the market got here. And let's say I was really confident in the trade, and I want to do 8 standards. All right, my stop loss again would be going to a zone below where we're okay, right there. So I could, depending on if I'm really willing to lose, let's say 1800 or 1759, 1721, right? I'm willing to lose 1700 to make, let's go with, what zone do I like? That ain't even that far up. That's cool right there, right? So we can go there, I can go there, or I can keep it simple. So let's say, yeah, I'll just say here. Let's say just right here. All right, risking 1700 to make 5 grand. Okay, so that's beautiful. And that's not even that much of a move. You see how these shot up, how all of these shot up, right? What this is a small move. So from here to here, right, as a pullback for a buy, that's a good move. And again, if you didn't want to set or take profit, I'm just doing this to show you the type of money that could be made. But if you didn't want to set one, you don't have to. Again, you could just, it's a long-term trade. So you hold it for a day or two, come back if it's in profit, 1200, 2200, whatever, you could just go ahead and take that profit if it works out for you. But that's what I'm looking at on GJ this week. Some good buys on that. All right, so keep your eyes on that. And again, all you got to do to get your price targets, go to the drawing tool. You might have to click on start drawing, type in horizontal line, and then you'll get that. And all you do is just move your horizontal lines to wherever the rejection and the buys are, and then just copy that number right there. All right, and that's your price targets. Or you could just, again, you don't even got to do that if you just want to see the price targets, but you could just go over, hover over your thing right here, and then click wherever the rejection area is, and then this menu will pop up, and then you're able to do your pending orders. All right, so that's GJ. All right, so we got NZD, NZD, USD, and then we got GJ out the way. Anything on NAS 100, bingo. Okay, this week, I'm expecting, since we're getting close to the end of the month, on NAS 100 US 30, I'm expecting a big drop, right? I don't know if it's gonna be this week or the end of the week where it's like the 28th, somewhere in there, but it could be this week. And the rest of this month, I will be looking for sales. Like, we've been selling and bouncing back. Every time we get a good bounce back, I'm selling off again, okay? That's just to the end of this month. We'll probably regroup, Lord willing, next month, and then, you know, things will be different. But for the rest of this month, I'm looking for sales only on US 30 and NAS 100, right? Let the market push if it's gonna push, and then sell off. Because if you notice, we're at all-time highs on all of these, right? So if I zoom out on the weekly, all-time highs. I mean, we have no data back here to see where the next rejection area is. Usually after all-time highs, we drop. Even on the weekly, the stochastic is high. So I'm expecting some type of nasty drop coming soon on US 30 and NAS 100. All right, so anything up there, I'm selling. Yeah, anything on the H1, H4 that's up, I'm gonna go ahead and sell. And then I'll have my stop loss anywhere, because, I mean, there's really no data for the next rejection area. I would just have it to say, let's say I want to lose 1200, 1500. And then if it hits it, then I'm just, out of that. But that's how I'm going to play on NAS 100 and US 30 this week. Anything on crypto right now, we still September, so we'll just keep our eyes on it. But again, I told you, usually middle, end September, we start trying to bounce back. And then October and the rest of the year, we start going bullish, going straight up. That's just been a play for the last couple of years. So crypto, again, try to get the best prices you could possibly get. Just keep paying attention to them. If you can find a good price, again, I got in at $1 or something, so my stuff's still way far away. So I'm good on my position that I'm in on the crypto side. But just keep your eyes on Bitcoin and all that. Anything that dips, you know, pretty low. It was recently like 110, 11. I don't know if people took advantage of it. Then they got to like 117 the other day. So you could have made a bag off of that. And just to show you, you know, the type of bags that can be made. Let's just say, let's just do a $1 lot. Nah, forget that. Let's do an 85-cent lot. Let me just kind of show you. Matter of fact, I ain't even have to do it like that. Let's just go back to like, let's say it got back down where it was. Let's say it was at 110. Let's go down to 110. Boom. Let's just say anywhere in 110. Boom. Right? Let me show you the potential in crypto and why you be missing out. And you're going to be catching plays because you're going to be paying attention to the market, baby. You got to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? When it's making them dips, anything that dip on Bitcoin mess around, get to eventually over the next couple years, mess around, get to $1 million. I ain't going to lie to you. Mess around, hit $1 million. I ain't going to lie to you, man. It's going to get up there 250, 500K eventually. Like Bitcoin going to be huge. Crypto's going to be huge. So again, you just got to know how to do this thing, right? You watch the dips and you get in. But let's say you got in 85 cents here and it went from $110 just to 100 and, or let's say where it's at now, right? Where it's at now, you'd have made $3,700 off an 85-cent lot. Off at just 85 cents, bro. Stop loss, mess around. Let's say you stop loss about 700. All right, depending on your account size. I'm just doing it with this. But let's just say hypothetically my lot size was $2. What would that amount be then? Right? You see the difference now? Right? A loss of $1,800, but a gain of $8,900. You see what I'm saying? So that's the difference. Like with crypto, that's why I rock with crypto so tough on the Forex side, because again, when them prices dip, and you can get in a good price and that thing shoot back up to where it was, oh man, you in the game. So just keep your eyes on crypto, on any of the cryptos. I would say XRP, XLM, BTC, of course, Bitcoin, Ethereum, DIA, HBAR, those coins, keep your eyes on them. You know, play around with this stuff and just see, you know, where the rejection areas is, because you trade it the same way. Again, anything far away from the 20 got to come back. All the rules apply to the same thing. You see this one was way up there, had to come back to the 20. All those, you know, they all play along the same. Only thing with crypto is I know for futuristic it's going to be mainly all buys. So again, just keep your eyes on it, right? Catch as many dips as you can. If you're going to scalp it, scalp it. If not, then, you know, do what you got to do. But yeah, so that's what I'm looking at this week. As far as gold, I didn't really look at gold. Let me see if I see anything before we get up out of here. See if gold is giving out anything this week. Right, anything gold, I would be looking to buy, honestly, because gold is going to keep going up, especially in the times we're heading into. Gold will just continue to rise. So that's on the daily. Let me go to the H4 right quick. Yeah, anything that pulls back on gold, like any pullback, I would be looking to buy on it at any zone that you can find, because gold, again, in the times we're heading into, gold is going to be very valuable. It's always going to be valuable. So it's going to continue to rise. That's why if you look at it on the weekly, you just see it just been keep going up, right? Why? Because when disaster strikes, gold is going to keep rising, right? That's going to be one thing that's going to always be valuable is gold. So just know any little dip you can get and you can get a good price, because eventually gold mess around will be 6,000, 8,000, who knows, you know, over the course of the next couple years. And you could been and got in a good position and held for a little while, right? We trying to retire out here in these streets. But yeah, man, comment on this video, like this video, let me know what your thoughts is below. And then come back this week and let me know your results, man. I'm interested in seeing what you guys did. I love y'all, and if I can help y'all with anything, just hit me up, man. You dig? Peace.
God's timing is perfect. Patience has a purpose. Waiting for it's worth it. Right on time when we late to the